Alrighty, folks. So overall, we did pretty well on the quiz, but this was a very, very commonly missed problem here. So we're going to take a look at it. Alright, so first off, the problem itself says to find the discount rate on a Segway PT shown in the advertisement. Round to the nearest 1%. So in the advertisement here, it gives us an original price of $5,600, and it says that's been reduced to $4,650. All right, our job is to find the discount rate on the Segway. So in other words, what percent of the price was knocked off of the original price to get us down to $4,650. All right, well, in our books, guys, if you go to page 544, the second green box down says finding the discount rate. So we can kind of use the formula that we see there in order to solve this problem. And the formula is as follows. It says the amount of discount equals the discount rate times, I'm just going to use a capital X for that, the original price. All right, so this is the formula that we're going to want to use. We're going to have to plug in some values here, and then we'll use a variable for the unknown value that we do not know. All right, and in this case, it says that we need to find the discount rate. So that is what is unknown. That's going to be our variable. All right, so we're calling it a discount rate, and since I already used this capital X up here for multiplication, we will use, let me get the pencil, we will use R for our discount rate. All right, so on the left of the equal sign here, we need to find out what the amount of the discount is. All right, well, we know what the original price is, and we know what it's been reduced to, so we can subtract those two numbers to figure out how much money it is they're taking off the price. So it was originally $5,600, and now we are paying $4,650, which means they have knocked off $950. So $950 is the amount of the discount. We are being discounted $950. So the amount of the discount, $950, is equal to the discount rate, remember we're calling that R, times, I'll just use a dot here, the original price. And I spelled price wrong, price with a W at the end, my apologies. Our original price was $5,600. All right, so there is our formula, guys. Now we just need to go ahead and solve. Okay, so remember, to solve for a variable means to isolate that variable or to get it by itself. So we need to get the R by itself. Now we're going to do that, all right, by moving this 5,600 over to the left-hand side. So how are the R and the 5,600 connected? They're connected through multiplication. To undo multiplication, we divide. Specifically, to undo multiplication by 5,600, we divide by 5,600. All right, so the multiplication by 5,600 and the division by 5,600 cancel. But remember, whatever you do to one side of an equation, you must do to the other in order to maintain your balance or your equivalence. So once we divide these two numbers, we will have figured out what R is equal to, what our discount rate is equal to. All right, so over here on the right-hand side, all we're left with is R, the variable that represents our discount rate. And on the left-hand side, we have 950 divided by 5,600. So we have 950 divided by 5,600 equals. So we get 0.1696. Right, so remember that this is a rate. It is a numerical rate. We're interested in a percent, so we would need to multiply this number by 100, aka move the decimal 2 spots to the right to get a percent. So this is the same thing as a 16.96% rate. And I believe at the bottom of the problem it did say to round to the nearest 1%. Since we're at 16.9, our final answer then would be 17%. We would have to round up. All right. So overall, guys, the rest of the quiz looked pretty good. If there's another problem you would really like me to go over, please just go ahead and send me a message and I will happily make a video for that. Other than that, guys, best of luck. We're closing out here towards the end of the course, so make sure you study up for the final. Make sure you prepare yourself. Use the labs over in WebAssign. Excuse me, no, and in WebAssign. So make sure you're using those, and good luck.